Welcome, Queen. How do I change my life? Have you ever looked at your life and wondered, how did I get here? Have you ever said you wanted to change but didn't know how to go about it? Have you ever felt so stuck in a rut, maybe financially, emotionally, or even relationally? If so, you're not alone. As I reflect on my own life, there are too many times to count where I wondered, when am I going to get there? Finish the degree, get the job, start the career, find my significant other, and the list goes on. In fact, over 92% of people who make goals at the top of the year, they don't accomplish them for a number of reasons. But that doesn't have to be your story. Here's why. Because today I'm sharing the first best step to take when you're not sure what you should do to change your life. And the best way I know to do this is through an activity called Next Best Step. So get a sheet of paper and something to write on. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to have 5 columns because there are 5 steps for the best next step. So in step number 1, I want you to identify where you are. As you look at your life, determine what's going wrong. What is the problem or situation that you're facing? Once you do that, then move on to step number 2 and determine how you feel about where you are. So, as you're thinking about that problem, that situation, that thing that's going wrong, that you really want to see turned around, how are you feeling about it? What emotions come up? Do you feel angry, sad, frustrated, mad, depressed? Get those emotions out because it's important. Because as we think about what's going on in our mind, we can determine whether or not those feelings are bringing us up or bringing us down. And if we're saying that we want to live our best life, if we are having negative feelings, we need to be able to identify them so we can resolve them. Then step number 3, where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? So in a perfect world, if you could have the perfect life, if you could have the perfect day where everything goes your way, what would that day look like? What would that life look like? Because you need to be clear, or at least have a sense. If you can't get crystal clear, at least have a sense of what it is you want. Because it's one thing to say, I don't want this. But if you don't want this, then what is the alternative? Now, if you say, you know what, this is an area where I need assistance, I need help, please know, again, I am a life coach. You can reach out to me. We can drill down one-on-one where you want to go, where you want to be. We can troubleshoot, we can problem solve. Because as a life coach, that's what I do. I help you get clear on where you want to go. I help you bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to be. We put together a game plan, and then I hold you accountable to execute if you continue on in the process. If you say, hey, I'm good, I can take it and run with it, then it's on you to keep yourself accountable so you can make sure that you execute and get where you want to be. Now, in step number 4, what do you want to do? So it's one thing to know where you want to go. It's another thing to know what you want to do when you get there. For instance, I could say I want to go to the park or I want to go on vacation. But specifically, what do I want to do when I get there? Because that looks different for different people. Some people can say they want to go to the park and just sit down. Other people may say they want to go to the park and do a number of different activities that they have available. Some people can say, I want to go on vacation and they want to go hiking. Some people can say, miss me with hiking. If I'm going on vacation, I want to go hit the town and see the sights. So determine, what do you want to do when you get to this ideal place, or maybe it's a state of mind. Maybe you want to have a different mindset. What do you want to do? And lastly, who can help and where would you find them? So as I mentioned, I'm a life coach. I help people with life matters, life situations, changing their life, improving their life. Do you need a life coach? Do you need a therapist? There's nothing wrong with admitting you need a therapist. If you have trauma, you might need a therapist. If you need a counselor, think about that. Those are two different type of specialists, and they deal with different types of things that people face in life. So ask yourself, who can help me get from where I am to where I want to be? It's nothing wrong with trying to do everything on your own, but I want you to know that life is made up of other people, and we were never meant to be able to solve every single problem we have on our own. At some point in time, we're going to have strong relationships with other people, and those other people are going to pour into us. And naturally, for you will do the same for people who are in or a part of your life in some shape, form, or fashion. If you truly think about it, there have been times where you were the person who was helping someone else with something, whether it was personal or professional. So think about that. Now, once you've done that, it's time to make a decision. That's right, decision time. So, as you think about this person, do they have paid or free content? And I want you to know this, even if it's free, you're still making an investment. The investment is the investment of your time. So, are you willing and ready to make that investment? That's a question that you need to answer. And then take the next best step. So a lot of times we get thrown off, we get overwhelmed, we get frustrated because we're looking at everything that we want to do. But what we really need to do is take a breath, get still, get calm, and think. Yes, I want to do all of this, but I need to start somewhere. So what is the next best step? The next best place I can start? And then do that one thing. And just keep repeating the process. And take step after step after step. Don't think about conquering the mountain. Although you want to do that, the problem can seem like a mountain. And I'm using it metaphorically. But anybody who's ever climbed a mountain, they all started at the bottom. And so understand that sometimes you're going to have valleys in life, and that's okay. But you can overcome them. And that's why I want you to know that our feelings are our internal alarm bell, letting us know that something within us is sensing something. And when those senses are feelings of sadness, grief, anxiety, and tired of being stuck where we are, we must make the intentional choice to determine if we want to continue going it alone, or if we're ready to seek out someone who can help us live a better quality of life. As always, I'm Coach Sam telling you, 24 hours doesn't seem long, but in 24 hours, you could change your life. So go ahead and do something life-changing now.